Hello, yogis, and welcome. Happy Wednesday. Glad you all could be here today. My name is Abby, and I will be leading you through your 30-minute chill yoga flow today. Before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to Yoga State and TRIMco for allowing us to have these free classes for you guys. So thank you to them. So we're going to go ahead and get started today in child's pose. Go ahead and just kind of move towards the back of your mat. Also forgot to mention, the playlist should be up. It's called 30. You can go ahead and click on that now. Okay, so we're going to start in child's pose, knees wide, big toes together. If this bothers your knees or your low back, guys, just bring your legs a little bit closer together. So we're going to start here by reaching the arms forward. Let your chest melt down to the floor and just begin to settle into your space. We're going to begin here with several deep breaths in and out through the nose. So just take a moment to feel how this breath moves throughout your body. Noticing how it oxygenates your blood. And I want you to think about using this breath as a grounding tool in your practice today. Can you start to inhale a little bit deeper and fuller? And as you exhale, feel your lungs empty completely. And again, just kind of finding that rhythm on your own, practicing this Ujjayi breath. Big inhales through the nose, really feeling that expansion. Full exhales through the nose, feeling that release. And see if you can place your focus there. We're going to go ahead and take about 3 more full breaths. Eyes are closed. Breath is deep. And here I want you to start to let go. When you're ready, we're going to travel up into a tabletop position, stacking your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. You can leave your toes uncurled or feel free to tuck your toes under if that feels better. As you inhale, let your belly drop down, lift your chin, and feel your spine arch. As you exhale, just reverse that stretch, scoop your tail under, and feel your spine round. Good. Again, just flowing through some cat-cow movements here. Arching and rounding through your spine, keeping your elbows soft. Maybe close your eyes here as you start to move breath and body together. Now I encourage you to find any other movements that feel intuitive. So really just finding that freedom in your body to open. So I like to sometimes do hip circles or pelvis circles. Making sure you switch directions, or maybe you take your hips down to one side and then down to the opposite side. So there's nothing wrong that you can do, any movement that feels good. Let's just take a few more breaths here. When you're ready, just pausing through center with that neutral spine, opening up your palms, curling your toes under. We're going to press back to our first downward facing dog. So this should look like an upside down V shape. Of course, please bend your knees here, especially if you notice your spine is rounded or hunched. Bending your knees will give you that length in your back body. And again, just taking several deep breaths in and out through your nose, really starting to feel your body. Let your shoulders open. See if you can create some space there between the biceps and the ears. And then really focus on pressing your belly and rib cage back towards the tops of your thighs. Ground down through your fingertips. And then just find some stillness here. We're taking 2 deep breaths. Can you start to hear the sound of your exhale as you let go? Feeling that constriction in the back of your throat as you breathe out. Good, guys. Whenever you're ready, we're going to look forward, lift the heels, and gently tiptoe to the top of the mat. I want you to think hips light, core tight, really just taking your time as you transition forward. So we're finding our first forward fold, Uttanasana. Again, knees are soft or bent. Maybe your belly is resting on top of your thighs here. And just go ahead and let your head melt. Let your spine stretch out. Maybe let your arms just release down. Maybe your palms are turned up. And again, guys, I invite you to find whatever movements feel good. So that can mean swaying the hips from side to side, maybe pedaling out your heels, or maybe it just feels good to stay still. I want you to listen to your body and just notice what it's telling you throughout this practice today. Remember, there's nothing wrong that you can do. But let's all take a deep breath in together. And as you exhale, feel yourself just hang a little heavier. Let's do one more. Big inhale. Big exhale, release. And then from here, keeping your knees soft, we're going to plant down into the big toes. Big inhale, start to round your body all the way up, undulating your spine. When you reach the top, take your arms overhead, look up to your thumbs. Inhale. Good. Exhale, pull your hands down at your heart space. Good, guys. Big inhale, take your arms overhead, look up to your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, carrying your breath all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, palms to shins, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, elongate your spine. Exhale, fold forward, let that go. Again, we're going to inhale, just start to round all the way up to stand, really taking your time, feeling the movement and breath work together. Arms are going to lift, gaze shifts up, exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. So just starting to move your body here. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your back. Good, exhale, fold forward. One more time, we're just going to inhale, round all the way up to stand. Arms come up overhead. Good. Exhale, bow forward. Hear your breath all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out your back. Exhale, bow forward, let that go. Good, guys. You're going to keep your right foot forward, step your left foot back into a low lunge. You're going to lower that back knee down to the floor. I want you to keep your fingertips at the top of your mat. And as you start to drop your hips forward, lift your chest up. Maybe you have some blocks underneath your hands or some higher surfaces. My back toes are curled under, but yours do not have to be. That's just a preference. Good. So again, we're just staying here, allowing the hips to melt down, but keeping the heart slightly lifted. So your shoulders are melting back. No collapsing in the chest, no rounding in the upper body. Good. Let's just take 2 more deep breaths here. Good. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, we're just going to pull the hips back. Allow the front leg to lengthen. Flex your toes to your face. And then from here, instead of melting your chest down, I want you to think about pulling your heart forward while keeping your toes flexed. So we're just feeling a nice little hamstring stretch here. Good. Just breathe. When you take a pause in these poses, I want you to feel that movement of breath throughout your body. Let's just take another inhale, another exhale. And then with your inhale, we're just going to come back through center, this time sweeping the arms all the way up towards the sky. Now, guys, if you need to modify, you can always bring your hands at your heart, or you can interlace your fingers at the top of your thigh. Same idea here. As you allow your pelvis to sink forward, you're leaning and lifting your upper body back. Maybe your arm bones walk back behind your ears. Maybe your head drops all the way back. Now just breathe here. Maybe find another inch or 2 in your body. And then very gently, if your toes aren't already curled under, go ahead and tuck them. And with your next inhale, we're going to start to hinge forward. Lift the back knee, a little bit of balance here. Swing the arms back behind you. You might have to adjust that back foot a little bit. Please feel free to do so. Good. So your body is at a diagonal. The weight is shifted in your front foot, so you should feel that outer right side seat turn on. Now I just want you to focus on your breath as you start to feel that heat rise throughout your body. Now let's take an inhale here. Exhale, stay. And then with your next inhale, we're gonna open up to warrior two. Angle your back heel down, big inhale. Arms up to that T. Now as you gaze over your front shoulder, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let your tail sink down just a little bit more. Keep this back knee straight and just breathe. The deeper you breathe, the better you feel throughout your practice. The easier it is to move, and the easier it is to hold. So again, we're using this breath as a grounding tool. Don't worry, we're almost there. Stay with me. Maybe drop your hips 1 more inch. Feel that front knee press to the outer edge of your foot. Good. Now with your next inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. So both legs are straight, left hand comes down. You're going to start to lean over to the left side. Notice already if that top shoulder is tensing up to your ear. See if you can soften it. And then start to really hinge back, feeling that side body stretch. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good, guys. Just 5 more seconds here. As you inhale, we're coming to flying warrior. So both arms are going to lift. You're going to turn your right toes to face the way of your left toes. So now we're in this wide-legged stance with our feet. Arms are overhead. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, swan dive and fold forward. Come all the way down. You can release your hands at the bottom to your mat or to a higher surface. Let's inhale, find a halfway lift. Lengthen out your back. Exhale, shift the weight into your toes and feel your heart melt directly down. And guys, you can always bend your knees as much as you need to here. Again, just listen to your body. Again, just taking some deep breaths here, in and out through the nose, maybe shifting the weight from toes to heels a couple of times, just to feel some energy in your hamstrings. Good, guys. When you're ready, go ahead and just lift your chest all the way up. We're going to find a twist here, so keep your left palm down, big inhale, take your right arm all the way up towards the sky. Good. I want you to really feel your spine lengthen out. So let the weight shift into your toes more. Maybe your gaze goes up to that top hand. Take 1 more deep inhale. Release your hand on the exhale. Opposite side. Big inhale. Take your left arm up this time. And again, just noticing here if you're dumping down with your chest. See if you can keep that length in your spine, in your side body as you shift the weight forward. Let's take 1 more inhale here. Release your hand on the exhale. Good job. We're going to walk to the top of the mat into that low lunge position. So just taking your time as you transition from point A to point B. Plant your left hand down. Big inhale. The right arm is going to sweep up. So we're nearing the end of the sequence here, guys. I invite you to lower the back knee if you need to. Otherwise, just keep it lifted and really feel that energy press up through your back thigh. And as you squeeze your inner thighs, really feel your spine wring out like a washcloth. All right, so we're ending here in a side plank. Your left palm is already down. All you're gonna do is start to pivot, shift, walk, float, whatever you'd like to do here. But you're just stepping your right foot back, landing your body in that side plank, okay? Now again, guys, option, you can lower this bottom knee down, right? Now I want you to breathe. Feel your belly engage, feel your side body lift. Let's take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, take your top hand and thread it underneath your bottom arm. Just a little oblique work. 2 more times. Big inhale. My knee is down, but yours can be up. Exhale, thread. 1 more time. Inhale, lift and open. Yes, you can. Exhale, thread that needle. Good. Inhale, come back through center. As you exhale, release your right hand down. We're in a plank pose. Palms are flat, fingers are open. Feel your shoulders stack over top of your wrist. Now let's breathe in together. Good, exhale, elbows bend. Lower all the way down to your belly. Great job, guys. You're gonna untuck your feet here, slide your hands back, and squeeze your elbows together. With your inhale, start to just hover your chest off the floor. Now, as you hover your chest, feel the tops of your feet press down, but feel your kneecaps lift up off the floor. So there's the strength in your legs. And as your kneecaps rise, your pelvis gets a little bit heavier. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, release all the way down. Good job, guys. Press back, child's pose. Just for 2 breaths here. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Good. Downward facing dog. So again, just settling back in here. Finding your breath. Allowing yourself to reground. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your hips are light and your fingertips are heavy. Go ahead and take one more deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And then from here, you're going to look between your hands, lift your heels, and we're just going to tiptoe forward to the top of the mat. Again, think hips light, core tight. We'll meet in that standing fold. Good. And just take a moment to let yourself ragdoll. So maybe grab opposite elbows, maybe gently sway from side to side. And then let's all take a deep breath in. Exhale, open your mouth. One more time, big inhale. Exhale. With your next inhale, we're just going to start to round all the way up to stand, just like before. When you get to the top, your arms are going to lift overhead. Big breath. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, all the way down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out your spine. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. This time you're keeping your left foot forward. We're going to step the right foot back into that low lunge. Lower your knee down to the floor. And again, keeping your hands at the top of your mat, you're going to start to melt your hips forward, but keep your chest lifted. So just notice if your spine and your shoulders are hunched. See if you can find more opening in your heart space. And just breathe. Really breathing into that stretch across your top right thigh. Just go ahead and take about 5 more seconds. Maybe get a little bit deeper with your hips. Good, guys. When you're ready, you're just going to start to shift back, straightening out your front leg, flexing your toes to your face. Good. And then really just feeling that left hamstring. Now again, instead of just dropping your chest down, I want you to think about pulling your heart forward, like your chin is going to touch your toes. Good. The deeper you breathe, the better you're going to feel. Let's just take a couple more. And then when you're ready, we're just going to shift forward. Big inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, drop your hips and then start to shift your torso back. Now arm variation is up to you, but if you do have your arms lifted, keep your shoulders soft and then really let your arm bones walk your head back. Good. And just breathe. Feel that stretch in your spine. Feel the lift in your core up to your chest and then just fall back. Good, guys. You have 5 more seconds. Yes, you can. Good. With your next inhale, start to hover your chest. Take your knee off the floor. Woo. Take your arms back behind you. A little harder transition. So feeling the weight shift into that front foot. Feeling your outer left side seat. Breathing. Good. When you're ready, we're going to open up to Warrior 2. Big inhale. And then exhale, let your hips sink down. Your shoulders are still relaxed here, guys. And as you start to find more inches in your body, I want you to think about that back foot and your back leg. Breathe. So this is a strong pose, right? Heart rate gets really fast. This is where that grounding breath starts to come into play. We're only here for 5 more seconds. So see if you can find 1 more inch. Good. With your next inhale, reverse your triangle. Straighten both legs. Take your right hand down. Left arm starts to shift back over your ear. Feeling that side body stretch. Good. Just take a couple breaths here. And then when you're ready, we're gonna transition into flying warrior. So both arms go overhead. Your toes now face forward. We're gonna take a deep breath in. Good, exhale, swan dive and fold forward all the way down. Release your hands at the bottom. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out your back. Good, exhale, fold forward. Maybe here you wanna come down to your forearms. Maybe here you want to play around with transitioning into an inversion. That is more than available to you. If that's in your practice and it's safe, feel free to pop up into a headstand or even a headstand, handstand, whatever inversion works for you today. Or maybe you just use this moment to be super passive and chill. Again, you can play around with kind of shifting the weight forward and shifting back a couple of times. Maybe you start to find some movement with your hips. This is a very free-flowing practice. So don't worry about structure or if you're doing everything perfect, right? We're letting go of the perfection and we're just getting more into the feeling. So how do you feel? Good, guys. If you're upside down, go ahead and release. We'll just meet back into that forward fold. Good. We're going to walk back to the top of the mat into your low lunge. So you've been here before. Now again, you can always drop your back knee if you need to. Right hand's going to plant down. Big inhale, left arm's going to lift. You're in that twist. Now as you stay deep in your twist, I want you to start to pull your outer left hip back. And then lean your torso back a little bit more to feel that deeper twist in your spine. Now, same transition before, we're just moving into a side plank. So your right hand is gonna stay down to the floor. And all you're doing here is shifting this left leg back, right? Okay, and again, you can always lower your knee down. Good, now just feel your left side lift up, feel your core engage. We're gonna do those thread the needles. So let's take an inhale together. And as you exhale, take your left arm underneath your right arm. Good, big inhale, reach up. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. There's your obliques. Big inhale. Take a pause when you get to your side plank. And then exhale, release, plank. So again, shoulders are stacked over those wrists. Hips are in line with your shoulders. Let's take an inhale together. Good. Chaturanga, exhale. Whatever that looks like for you. Big inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Great job, everybody. Take 2 deep breaths here. I want you to let it go. As you're ready, go ahead and just drop your knees and find a seat. Great job, everybody. All right, we're gonna find a butterfly pose to start. Just bringing your feet together, knees are open. Now, if this is super uncomfortable, you can just stay lifted with your chest. Otherwise, you're gonna start to walk forward. Maybe pressing your elbows into your shins or having your hands press onto your thighs. Just breathe. Just starting to calm down all of that energy and all of that movement. Now, as you're ready, go ahead and just lift yourself up. You're gonna take your right leg out, keep your left foot in, and then from here, we're just gonna start to walk forward. So this is kind of like a half wide-legged forward fold, okay? I want you to go ahead and flex these right toes. It's okay if you're not down to your forearms. I want you to only go as deep as what feels comfortable. If you're super open, maybe walk the arms all the way forward and just release your head down to the floor. We're just gonna slowly transition back up. And then from here, it's optional. You can keep this right leg straight, or you can bend it back like a little herky position. And we're twisting to the left, okay? So your right hand's gonna grip onto your left knee, which is still bent. Left hand comes behind you. Let's take a deep breath in. As you exhale, just feel that twist out as you look over your left shoulder. If bending this right knee back does not feel good, just leave it straight. We're gonna slowly release, come back through center, and then just switching sides. So take that left leg out, your right foot's gonna go in. Your left toes are flexed, and all we're gonna do is just start to walk forward. Even as we stop moving, guys, I want you to focus on your ujjayi breaths, right? So you inhale to feel that expansion in your body, and then you exhale to release it. And by breathing deep in these poses, we're able to go deeper. We're able to create more space in the body. So just notice if you're feeling stuck or super tight or like you're holding on to the tension, and just see if your breath can release that. We're going to slowly shift back upright. And again, you can keep this leg straight, or you can bend your left knee into that herky situation. We're going to start to twist over to the right side. Let's inhale to lengthen out the back. Exhale, press into your twist. Maybe the gaze goes over that back shoulder. Just take 2 more deep breaths. Maybe exhaling deeper into your spine. 1 more big breath in. Good. Exhale. Go ahead and release. Come back through center. Great job, guys. Lie down on your back from here. So we're just going to lie down. Hug the knees into your chest and just start to kind of shift from side to side. Feeling your spine decompress. Guys, and then as you're ready, we're going to find a happy baby. So if happy baby is not accessible, you can always try gripping for the outer edges of your feet into kind of like a butterfly position, like so. Or if you want to go into that fuller expression, you're just going to lift your feet up like they're going to stamp the ceiling above you. And then let your knees and thighs pull down. Feel that stretch in your inner thigh space. If you want to rock from side to side, that might feel good. Again, we're just starting to calm the energy, slowing the breath down, letting go of the last 30 minutes or so. Guys, go ahead and just hug your knees back into your chest. And if there's anything else that you need in this practice today, I encourage you to find that. If nothing, you can start to make your way into Shavasana. Give yourself some space here. Allow your eyes to close. And we start to let go of those deeper breaths. And we start to focus on those softer breaths. I want you to think about surrender, letting go. Using your exhale to really feel yourself melt into that surface beneath you. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, just let your mouth open. Go ahead and just do that one more time. Big inhale. Just take a moment to feel the energy come back into your fingers and your toes. Let your head kind of turn from side to side. Maybe find a full body stretch here. And from here, you're just going to hug your knees into your chest. Gently rock down to one side, pausing in the fetal pose. And keeping your eyes closed, just gently press yourself up into a seat. Soften your shoulders, soften your jaw, and bring your hands together in front of your heart. Good. Let's bow the chin to seal out this practice. Let's all take one more deep full breath in. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you all so very much for joining me today. Again, my name is Abby. Thank you so much to Yoga State and TRIMco. If you have any questions for me, please reach out. But other than that, we're all done. I hope you guys have a great and happy Wednesday.